So I recently made a video about what I like about BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle, and I said, the things I liked about the game. I do enjoy playing BBTAG, I do enjoy the crossover stuff, blah blah blah, just stuff I liked about the game. And I don't know if it was even appropriate to make this video, because I've made like so many videos just talking about what I would have liked for the game to do and what I wanted in the game. And, ArcSys is doing these little tournaments about BBTAG, they're having, people playing these little tournaments. And I don't know if I should even make this video, because like I'm essentially making this video treating like BBTAG doesn't have any more support, like actual no more DLC coming. I'm gonna treat this video as if the game is done. Like, it's been like 11 months since 2.0 was announced, and it's been almost 8 months, almost 9 since 2.0 came out. So I'm treating BBTAG as if it's just done supporting. Like, this, if it's not, the video is null and void. But for now, I'm treating it as if BBTAG will not get any more support. Just treating it as if, so I won't, and if they come out with more support, more characters, more stuff, blah, blah, blah. I'm probably going to delete this video or just, private it, because there'll be no point at this point, because I'm like, everything's just like pointless. But let's just treat this BBTAG as if it doesn't get no more support. So I've had a lot of complaints about the game. I generally do like playing BBTAG, but there are some problems surrounding it. And I think my biggest problem is just the lack of any single player modes. Like, I don't like this whole thing where people be like, ooh, well, this is a fighting game, you're only playing the fighting shit, single player content doesn't matter, blah blah blah. I don't personally believe so. If I'm gonna pay 50 plus, extra DLC money for a video game, I want to feel like I'm getting my money's worth. I don't want to be slapped in the face for a game that half-asses shit, and then like not give me my money's worth. Like ArcSys's games as of late, like, have been skimpy on like content. Like, Fighters had like no content on launch. Like, it had its arcade mode, it was just fine, but that's like in its big story mode. But story mode was kind of like, I like the interaction and shit, but going through the actual story mode just took too long to get there, and it just really didn't feel like it was kind of worth it. And that game was $60 on launch, and even then, like, I like Dragon Ball FighterZ, but it didn't feel like I should have paid $60 for it. Same for BlazBlue. Now BlazBlue has something to get away with. At least it has arcade mode, and it has its RPG mode, but its release was hampered seriously by just like a DLC pass plus like season 1 plus season 2 being announced before launch, and the whole package would be $90. Like, this is one thing that turns me off from these games, like little content or little characters, but you want to pay 60 plus extra money for it. And I feel like, it was BBTAG, I guess, was in a way like, oh, the game's 50, you pay 20 for it, you get 70 bucks for it. You only pay 70 bucks for it, so you can get everything. Even so, I don't think this game was really worth like 70 bucks. Even with all the characters added, it just doesn't feel like 70 bucks is the game's really worth it. There's like no single player content outside of story mode, tactics if you count it. I don't really count tactics, because tactics should be in every fighting game. Like, a tactics kind of mode should be in every fighting game. Story modes, not really. You can make a fighting game without a story mode, even though you kind of should, or at least make a mode somewhat similar to that. But at least feel like you're getting your bang for your buck. But every fighting game should have like a tactics kind of mode. I'm just saying. And what else? Oh yeah, survival mode. That's the only 3 modes you really got: story, tactics, survival. And as I said before, if you take tactics out, you really got, survival and story. So the story mode on launch was not good. It wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. And ArcSys kind of just they had like 4 chances, equivalent to all the 4 episodes of the game, like, episode BlazBlue, episode Under Night, episode Ruby, episode Persona. They had chances to like make the game feel alive, but they really didn't try too hard with the story mode. And 2.0 kind of addressed a lot of the complaints I had. 2.0 story mode, episode 2 was done really well. So I can, it lessens the complaint I have about the story mode. The survival mode, on the other hand, is something I'll never get over, because Survival mode in this game is actual trash. I don't like survival modes in these games anyway. Like, I don't like survival mode, period, in any video game, ever. So, like, I mean, unless you're talking about Minecraft, but I don't think Minecraft counts. But it sucks so hard. The mode sucks so hard. Because I've played survival mode enough times to get like a little analysis on it. So, you start off the game. The AI is bloody easy. They're not gonna harm, like, it ain't gonna do anything to you unless you're playing like intentionally playing bad. For like the first 20 or so matches. After the 20 or so matches, then the AI just jumps up to being unreasonable. Like, there's no scaling with this. They just immediately jump from being bloody easy to immediately super hard, and it just turns off the mode. Like, the first I ever made in survival mode was like maybe 25 fights, and then I just never touched the mode again because there's no point. There's no incentive to make you do it. There's no incentive to get you higher, like, survive higher. Like, in PS4, you get a trophy for just doing 5 matches. So I'm like, okay, then what's the point? What do I do survival mode for? I mean, you can do it if you want a personal challenge, but like, the only reason I would say like something like a score tech would have been done better, because at least it feels like a sense of accomplishment. You have your little run, you go through, you're done. You can go again if you want, just to have the beat the AR or something. I don't know. But survival mode does have there's like no balance to it, like, at all, dude. It makes me, it feels kind of reminiscent of like Street Fighter V's arcade mode, no, not arcade mode, but survival mode on launch. It feels like that, because the very first iteration of survival mode for Street Fighter V was really, really bad. But at least if you did a couple of rounds and got higher, they gave you something. They gave you like a color, or just some fight money, or they gave you something. Survival mode BBTAG doesn't give you nothing. It's just put in there just to say, we got a mode in here, and there you go. Like, I've said it so many times that you didn't have to put like the standard BlazBlue arcade mode. You could have put like a half-assed arcade mode, like Dragon Ball Fighters or Grand Blues. Like, anything would have been better, man, than what we have now. I mean, you got little arcade, little cabinets in the game, so I mean, I feel like one of the things another thing I have complained about is just like the actual lobby. Not like the lobby, like the online lobby. Like when you boot up the game, you enter the little lobby. Like, it looks like something should be there, Like, you got this little shop, like this little coffee place. I can't remember what it's called. Like a bar. Looks like a bar. And I feel like something should be there, Like, you can walk over there, probably. Like, you can't walk over there, but I feel like something should be there. You got arcade cabinets. You got the Kaka shop and shit like that. Like, it feels like there's something should be more in these things, but they're just ways of you walking to like a part and say, haha, hey, you can go over and get colors, even though you can just go get colors through the menu, or you can go get color, or you can go to the story mode through like the menu. Like, the lobby is like, the offline lobby is wasted. I mean, the only thing you're really getting use out of is just like meeting up with your buddies and shit. So I think that's like the main purpose, but like offline, it serves no purpose. Like, they could have had like a room where you put you and your friends at, but the offline lobby is kind of just pointless at the end, at the grand scheme of it all. It's just like, there's no point. And I don't know, man. Like, there's just something I just don't find right about it. I don't know if I'm just the only person that has that kind of problem, but it just feels kind of dumb. But yeah, I think I don't have that many complaints, because like 2 people addressed some of my complaints, and like complaints I had before were like older complaints, like, and I feel like if I just went through them now, it'd sound kind of petty. But since I'm already making a video about what I don't like about BBTAG, I guess I just might as well go for it. I would say another complaint I have is music, and it sounds weird, doesn't it? Music in this game is like a missed opportunity, because on one hand, like, I understand you got different licenses, just to all this, they had to handle Undernight's music, Ruby's, and, et cetera, et cetera. I feel like there was like a main problem, like they don't go further enough with it. It's like, for one thing, the original music of the BBTAG is super limited. And I can totally understand, like, you kind of use the other songs from the other franchises to kind of, bulk it up. But the music for BBTAG there's not much of it, you know? Like, outside of, like, menu stuff or ending themes, like, you only get, like, let's see, the 4 versions of Crossing Fate, Turning Fate, and an opening version of Turning Fate. I mean, sorry, Crossing Fate. One thing I don't like is that, why the hell is there opening version of Crossing Fate on the selectables thing? I don't see the point of that, but that's dumb. I'm not gonna talk about that. And you get shit like where is, like, you got any more music? Like, there's no original music made for this game. Not much of it. You know, I do like Crossing Fate being composed by people who, you know, handle the music in these games. Like, for example, Crossing Fate Ruby is made by Jeff Williams. Crossing Fate Under Night is made by Raito. Crossing Fate BlazBlue, well, just Crossing Fate, was made by Norichika Sato. He's the dude who helps arrange the Guilty Gear soundtrack. So he's the composer for this game, which I do like. And, you know, he gets his time to shine. And Crossing Fate Persona was made by a dude named Tetsuya Kobayashi, I think. He handles some remixes in the Persona dancing games. And I don't know, man. I kind of wish they would have more original music. I think it was unrealistic to expect that Crossing Fate could have Arcana Heart, Senran, or a Akatsuki version, but, you know, I would have liked that. Just more music. And, you know, there's some weird music choices in this game as well. Now, as I said before, I get it, like, licensing and shit, you know, like, they gotta probably pay maybe some money to use a certain amount of songs of what they can use. But, like, I'm amazed at some songs like Break Out of, Best Friends, The Arena, like songs like from Persona 4. There's, like, barely any. Like, compared to Under Night, like, you have, like, the jukebox, right? The jukebox holds, like, okay, you know what? No, I got an idea. I can talk about the jukebox because it kind of rolls over into this. Rolls into the music section. There are a bunch of songs in the jukebox that could have easily just been battle themes. Like, for example, I'm not gonna pronounce that name, but 1,000 Years of Red and Black, or like songs like that. There's like a bunch of like miscellaneous songs from the Under Night parts. It could have just been used in the battles. There's a ton of Ruby songs that could have just been used in battle. Like, there's like Ruby openings, character themes, you know, yada yada. There's a bunch of them just stuck in the jukebox. And it kind of sucks because I would like to fight to those themes. It really does suck because I feel like the jukebox is a good idea, but like the music in here could have just been easily used in game. You know, like there's another weird choice of like freaking like I don't think it's a complaint, more of like a why Arxis would decide to do this. Like, why the hell is Yumi's theme like the main theme for Peach Beach Splash, but not her actual theme song? I don't get it. And it's in her Astral, which is even more confusing. It's weird. Like, it's so weird. And you can't fight to that either? I don't get it. And like the Persona music, there's not much done with it. You get the character themes from Persona 4 Arena, with the exception of like Pursuing My True Self, Shadow World, and Burn My Dread. And they're battle themes. But I'm surprised like actual opening themes from Persona 4 Arena and Arena Ultimax, aka Best Friends and Break Me Out of, respectively, aren't battle themes. I find it so weird. Like, you could have used them, honestly. I don't think Atlas gave a damn, and they don't give a shit. They don't really take it down. I mean, they did Persona 5. They don't really take down music or complain about much of their music because that's like in-house kind of stuff. They have like no one to owe money to or some shit like that. But I feel like the worst of it is just like BlazBlue's music. You know, this is an actual complaint I have, that the BlazBlue music is trimmed and cut down to match like they're all mostly like a minute, but some kind of break out of that. Like, for example, Naoto's theme is not full. It has his intro and then just loops, right? Susanoo's theme cuts out the first parts of his theme and then ends. The same thing happens for Celica's theme. It cut out the intro and then the song just actually ends. It doesn't loop like everyone else's does. So the way they handled the BlazBlue music is super inconsistent because like, for also example, Mai's theme has her intro, but cuts off so it can loop. So, like, it makes no sense, though. Like, I don't know why they treated some music like, oh, let's keep the intro of some songs, but let's not keep the intros of some songs, and then just, like, let's cut and loop the others, but let's not cut and loop these. It's so confusing, and it just butchers the entire soundtrack as a result. Like, every song, BlazBlue, like, every song used by BlazBlue, except maybe Naruto's theme, has been neutered into the ground. Like, I just don't like it. Now, I know that they most likely maybe have done it because the matches are super short. There's like nothing in this game to keep it like, the match is super short, right? It's kind of bad what they've done to these songs. Like, songs like Reincarnation have been completely ruined. Under Heaven Destruction has been ruined. Like, every song in the game, with the exception of now, like every BlazBlue song, with the exception of maybe Naruto's, has been just completely butchered. And I think that's just garbage. Like, I hate that so much. I don't like that. And even on top of that, the Ruby music is like a mix. Like, the Ruby musics are like melodies. Like, Ruby herself, like, using Ruby as an example, she has, she has Red Like Roses, not in her theme. Like, Red Like Roses, This Will Be the Day, and Best Day Ever kind of like melded together to make her Ruby mix. The same thing goes for like the other Ruby characters. The problem is they extend past like about 4 or 5 minutes. And I don't get why they get to keep theirs, but BlazBlue's had to take a hit. You know, I don't know why the Ruby songs aren't just split up. Like, you know, like This Will Be the Day is about about 3 minutes long by itself. Red Like Rose is already 4 minutes, and it's in the game as a selectable song, which is 4 minutes. I just don't know why BlazBlue's music had to take a hit. Now, Persona and Undernights, they already loop. So there's no big deal about that, except Elizabeth, because that's the Battle for Everyone's Soul, so that was already a theme in the game. That doesn't really count. But it sucks so hard having these songs just completely ruined for no apparent reason. When Ruby gets away with it normally enough, like songs like Shadow World and Pursuing My True Self are the full versions of those songs, yet Burn My Dread is a cut. Like, the music choices and the way they have the music style in this game is incredibly inconsistent, and it pisses me off because either keep it one way, keep them correct, or just don't even bother. Like, I just don't like it. The music choices just suck. And then, like, even more so, like, Arcana Heart has his opening theme, right? But they didn't even attempt to, like, Arcana Heart has his opening theme from Arcana Heart 3, but they didn't attempt to loop it. So it just ends off and just and it goes into the second part. And even though the song is like 40 seconds long, they didn't even try to loop it to make it seem like its own. Like, they didn't try to loop it to make it seem like one whole theme instead of just like, oh, it plays a song, cuts off, and then it loops to the next. Man, that was the longest shit I've ever complained about music before. But it pisses me off because I have no freaking idea why. Just why, you know? Just why? Like, I don't get it. Like, wouldn't it be easier just to cut the Ruby songs open, like, you know, trim them apart to make them feel like at least have more Ruby music? Because I don't know, man. It's so dumb. I find it so stupid because all the BlazBlue songs in this game, as I said before, with the exception of Naruto, are completely terrible in this game the way they are. BlazBlue has some great music, and just to butcher it for the sake of, for what? Everyone else gets away with it. As I said before, like Persona, if you don't loop Persona's battle themes, like their character themes and Undernights, they're about a minute or so long anyway. But BlazBlue kind of just feel left. And you weren't going to do it to Ruby, why do it to BlazBlue? You know, that was like longer. That was longer than I wanted it to be. But I think that's a genuine complaint I have. and I just don't like it. And another thing I don't like is the character select character select screen. I've said this so many times before, and I think I'll just say it again, that I get what they're going for, but it honestly could have been done better. I'm not going to provide examples why. Like, people seen fan art before. You can see it anywhere. They're everywhere. People have made their own ways of, oh, look, this will look better, this will look better, this will look better. But it just, I was like really harsh when they did the 2.0 one. Like, I get what they were going for, but I just don't, it just looks really bad. And like, you know, I saw this video about this dude named Stumblebee, and he made really good points. Why the hell is the etc bar on the character select theme? I mean, sorry, I keep saying theme, my bad. Why is the etc bar on the character select screen when you can just like select your color or select your character? Why the hell your controls are even on there in the first place where you can just select an option to do so? Like, it's really bad. And then the characters like Arcana Heart, Sinron, and Koski, they're like lumped into one bar, one rolling section with like missing spaces, and it looks so bad, dude. Like, even to this day, it still looks bad. Like, people, there are fans of it out there, I guess, but it's not good, man. It'll never be good. I swear to God, it'll never be good. Like, it's, and then obviously the main problem with the character, you can't even see all your characters all at once, which, yeah, of course, that's a problem. How the hell do you even, like, I never understood why you have a fighting game select character select theme. You can't even see, I mean, I keep saying theme. I don't know why you have a character select screen where you can't even see all your characters. I just don't get it. Like, BlazBlue Crosstag Battle has 53 characters, and you can only really see about 20 of them at a time. So, yeah, scroll over to see Adachi, scroll over to see someone like, let's see, Jubei, scroll over to see Hilda. And then Ruby still got empty spaces, the etc bar where, like, the Sarah bar is even on there. It's not even, like, the etc bar, just, there's no point. Because there's nothing there but, like control option changes. Like, it doesn't even need to be there. And it's dumb. It's so dumb. And I think just the overall stigma of the game is just something I don't like. Like, I think this is my last complaint before this video runs way too long. The overall stigma of Crosstag is just the problem with the game right now. BBTAG kind of shot itself in the foot the moment they announced Blake as DLC. And when people, and someone's like, well, they probably just didn't announce it as a free DLC. No, I know for a fact that they were planning to release Blake as DLC, and then they changed it later to say free DLC. I'm not stupid. I remember that very first trailer. It did not say anywhere on there free DLC. It was just straight DLC, just like all the other BlazBlue characters, like just all the other DLC characters were. They were totally planning to release Blake as paid DLC, and they were going to do the same shit to Yang. So the moment they did that, things just got worse. You know, they were rushing the game out for Evo. Then half the character roster got the 20, like what it was. The whole game was be 40 characters. There was 20 on launch, 2 free DLC characters, and the rest were paid DLC. And people just make that dumbass thing where like, oh well, it's cheaper than your average fighting game. I honestly do not care. I just didn't care because, like, the game had so much hype built behind it. Even people who didn't even know anything about these franchises were getting to play this game, and the moment they announced that, all hype went away, especially for me. All hype went away. And as I said before, I do like playing this game now, but the moment they did all that, the moment they started talking about DLC, talking about how we need to get it out for Evo, talking about how it got into Evo before the game even came out, so you only had a few months to practice before, you know, playing it, and it still had bugs and shit on launch. It just was, it carries this bad aura to this day. You know, it's something that you'll never be able to forget about Crosstag. That it started off so good, killed itself not even too long afterwards, and people have fans. You know, some people got over it, some people blah blah blah. It doesn't matter. I'm over it now, but it's something that I don't support. This is what, like, I feel like that was like one of the primary reasons why I just don't buy fighting games on launch anymore. Now, I bought Crosstag on launch mostly because I do that for every BlazBlue game. I do that for every BlazBlue game. Crosstag, I felt dirty doing it because I was like, nah. Look at me, I'm supposed to be yelling against these companies for doing this shit. Like, everybody treats Arxis like they're like some kind of gold standard, and like, no, they pull bullshit like this too. They did it with Dragon Ball Fires, they did it with BlazBlue, they did it with Guilty Gear at one point. Nah, actually, no. No, you never did it with Guilty Gear, my bad. I mean, you want to count constant releases of Guilty Gear, but I don't think that counts. Kinda, I guess, I don't know. But Arxis ain't no damn gold standard. They do stupid shit too. They ain't no gold standard of fighting games, because they do dumb crap. Like, people just don't want to say anything about it. I love Arxis to death, man. I mean, I wouldn't be making this video now if I didn't like them. But they do dumb crap too, and they do it. They aren't getting off the hook for something like this. And I don't care if the characters were $20. You locked half of the characters behind a paywall. Characters, I might add, already had a foundation, right? Like, BlazBlue characters were already made. Yeah, you were going to have to get the fit in the game, but you weren't adding anything really new to these characters. They had brand new moves, like actual brand new moves, or like brand new functions to them, like just actual move sets. This would be a different story. I would totally understand the justification of, not really, but I guess I would understand some kind of justification of making them DLC of some sort if they felt like brand new characters. But they're essentially the same characters playing in a different game. And I wouldn't mind that, but they weren't that different. They didn't change no sprites. They didn't give these characters new personas, like the personas, or they didn't give BlazBlue characters all new techniques, or they didn't give them anything new, but they didn't do anything new but making the Ruby characters, making the Cinnamon characters, and having Examu and Subtle Style make the other ones. Like, they had Examu make Heart's new sprites. And Subtle Style, since they already did Akatsuki, they're just going to do Bliss Tank anyway. But I never liked it. And even to this day, BlazBlue still carries this to it, you know? Even after 2.0 is launched, even after the 2.0 pack is out, this game still carries that. Oh, remember when that game came out, like it was rushed for Evo? Remember this game that had 20 characters locked behind a paywall? That will never go. It's like a stink that will never go away. Never go away. It will never go away from CrossTag. It will live on with that behind. It doesn't matter how much DLC this game comes out with. It will live on forever just by how it came out. First impressions are everything, and I mean, hell, potential people who could have gotten this game were just immediately cut off on the onset, just hearing that. Now, as I said before, it's been 3 years since CrossTag was announced. It's been almost 2 years since every character has been released for the first season. And even now, I don't know what's in the future of BlazBlue. I don't know now, and frankly, I don't think it matters. Honestly, don't think it matters. Like, I like playing CrossTag, but I don't think it just matters at this point. Like, I feel like I don't know who the hell is even, like, Team Blue. I don't know what they're planning to do with this. Like, I feel like there's more potential in CrossTag. You know, I don't want to give up on this game because I do enjoy playing it. But, like, just seeing how CrossTag was, you know, created, and then, like, games like Central Fiction, who could have had more DLC and more things added to it, get just immediately sidelined in the favor of CrossTag. It just makes it feel so wrong, you know? Like, I wanted to make this video about what I didn't like about CrossTag, but I feel like I just went on a big-ass tangent. And I feel kind of bad because that kind of defeats the purpose of what I was making this video for. I wasn't even planning on making this video, though. But, like even like the sales for CrossTag weren't that big. And, you know, sales numbers is something I don't really look into. I like to just, you know, hear what people have to say about it. Now, I don't want to hear people, like, yell about shit like that. I want to, like, hear, like, you know, a genuine... I mean, people yelling is valid. I mean, I've done a lot of it, too, when the game came out. But, like, I want to hear people's opinions and stuff about this stuff. Like, what do you think about CrossTag as a whole? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you feel neutral to it? How'd you feel about the game? How'd you feel about the characters? How'd you feel about the dub? How you feel about, you know, the choices this game has made? And I don't know. I feel like CrossTag had the ability to come out really good, you know? Even people who, as I said before, even people who didn't even know about any of these franchises were getting in. Persona fans were coming in. Undernight fans, I mean, there's not that many Undernight fans, but they were coming in. Ruby fans were coming in, and Ruby was a big playing factor into how big this game became. Ruby, there's a lot of Ruby fans out there, and I didn't even know that until this game got announced. Like, there's so many people, like, there's a lot of Ruby fans out there. And Persona just only gets bigger as time goes on. So, like, you know, you get two semi-large franchises, you know, coming into this game of BlazBlue. People now know what BlazBlue is. People who are coming in this now know what Undernight is. And it extends to Arcana Heart fans, if there are any left. Maybe it'll extend to Sinron fans. I have no idea if any Sinron fans got in. And Kotsky BlizzConf don't have that many fans, but it made people aware that Kotsky BlizzConf, you know? And people coming to play this game for the first time, you know, it could have been better, you know? Crosstag could have been better, could have been different. Things could have been different. Things could have been different. As I said before, I like playing the game, and you know, some of my complaints were addressed in, you know, when 2.0 came out and stuff like that. But even so, there's not enough done with the game. There's just not enough. It doesn't change enough. You know, this game could have been done more. It could have been probably one of the. I'm not gonna say it's one of the greatest BlazBlue games out there. I'm not gonna say that. It could have been something better than what it was starting out. And I feel like if 2.0 was the game on launch, people would have been more forgiving. Or maybe if just all the characters were out before it wasn't rushed for Evo, things would have been different. Like, there was no reason to do this for Evo. Honestly, it just wasn't. Man, I didn't understand Evo is just for the attention, but now that Evo's down, for now at least, you know, and Crosstag didn't make it the year after that, it just kind of sits dead in the water at this point. The game ain't dead. People are still playing it. You know, people are still enjoying, but the game's been really quiet. I mean, Arxis has been doing these tournaments and stuff like that, so it may be a sign for something to happen, but until then, I'm just going to sit here and just say Crosstag won't get any support, at least for now. And if it doesn't, as I said before, it's just gone. That's it. End of that. But I'm out, guys. This video's been going on long enough. I will see you all next time. Peace, everyone. Goodbye.